One day, it's going to hit you. Not loudly, not dramatically, quietly. In a moment where everything slows down. And you realize something you've been avoiding your entire life. You could have done more. Let that sit with you. Because regret doesn't scream. It whispers. It shows up when it's too late to fix what you ignored. It reminds you of the mornings you wasted, the effort you held back, the version of yourself you never became. And in 2026, that version is still waiting. Waiting for you to stop playing small. Waiting for you to stop negotiating with your potential. Waiting for you to finally become the person you keep promising yourself you'll be. But here's the truth that cuts deeper than anything else. Nobody owes you anything. Not success, not opportunity, not a better life. But you owe it to yourself. Read that again. Because this is not about proving anything to the world. This is not about impressing people. This is not about chasing validation. This is about keeping a promise. The promise you made when you said you wanted more. More discipline, more growth, more control, more out of your life. And right now, you're not honoring that promise. You're delaying it. You're softening it. You're treating it like it's optional. And your future? It's paying the price. This is where the shift begins. Because 2026 is not going to change your life. You are. The calendar doesn't create transformation. Your actions do. Your standards do. Your refusal to stay the same does. So, if you walk into 2026 with the same mindset, the same habits, the same excuses, nothing changes. Different year, same life. And deep down, you know that's not acceptable. Because there's a part of you that's tired. Not physically, mentally. Tired of starting over, tired of falling off, tired of knowing what to do and not doing it. That frustration? That's not weakness. That's awareness. That's the part of you that knows you're capable of more, demanding that you rise. And this time, you listen. Because this is not another fresh start. This is a line in the sand. No more waiting. No more easing into it. No more half effort. Because half effort creates half results. And half results create full regret. Let that sink in. If you're going to do this, you go all in. Not for a week, not until it gets hard, but until it becomes who you are. Because the goal is not to try harder in 2026. The goal is to become someone who doesn't recognize quitting as an option anymore. That's the level. And to reach that level, something has to change. Not your goals. You. Your standards. Your habits. Your identity. Because you don't get a different life by repeating the same patterns. You get a different life by becoming a different person. This is where most people hesitate. Because becoming that person requires letting go of the current one. The one that makes excuses. The one that chooses comfort. The one that stops when it gets inconvenient. That version of you has to go. Not slowly. Completely. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. Good. Because comfort is what kept you stuck. Comfort is what delayed your progress. Comfort is what convinced you that later was acceptable. It's not. Not anymore. Because now you see it. Now you understand the cost. And now you make a decision not to be perfect, but to be relentless. Relentless in your effort. Relentless in your discipline. Relentless in your refusal to go back. Because 2026 is not the year you try again. It's the year you become. Now it gets uncomfortable. Because it's one thing to say you owe it to yourself. It's another thing to prove it when it costs you something. Because 2026 is not waiting for your intentions. It's responding to your actions. And right now, your actions are still inconsistent. Some days you're locked in, some days you disappear, some days you push, some days you coast. And that inconsistency, that's the gap between who you are and who you said you'd become. Read that again, because this is where most people lie to themselves. They think they're trying hard enough. They think they're doing something, but something doesn't build greatness. Something builds average, and average is exactly what you said you didn't want. So now the question becomes real. Are you actually committed, or are you just interested? Because interest shows up when it's convenient. Commitment shows up when it's painful. When you're tired, you still go. When you're distracted, you still focus. When you don't feel like it, you still execute. That's commitment. And that's what 2026 is going to demand from you. Not your words, not your plans, your discipline. Because discipline is the bridge between who you are and who you owe it to yourself to become. And right now, that bridge is weak, not because you can't build it, but because you haven't been consistent enough to reinforce it. You start, then you stop. You build, then you break it. You push, then you relax. And every time you relax too early, you reset your progress. That's the cycle. That's what's been holding you back. And if you don't break it now, you'll carry it straight into 2026. Different year, same patterns, same frustration, same regret. And you already know how that feels. So this time, you do something different. You stop chasing motivation. You stop relying on feeling ready. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. And you build a system that doesn't depend on any of that. Because the version of you that wins in 2026 is not emotional. He's structured. He's disciplined. He's locked into a standard that doesn't move. That's the shift from feeling to function, from emotion to execution, from I hope I do it to I do it no matter what. Let that sink in. Because once you operate like that, everything changes. Your days become sharper. Your focus becomes clearer. Your progress becomes consistent. Not because it's easy, but because it's decided. This is where you separate from your past. Because your past version needed motivation. Your new version doesn't. Your past version made excuses. Your new version executes anyway. Your past version stopped when it got hard. Your new version uses that moment as a trigger to go harder. That's the identity shift. And identity is everything. Because once you believe this is who you are, you stop questioning it. You stop hesitating. You stop falling back into old habits. You become stable, reliable, unbreakable. And that's when your life starts to reflect it. Because now, you're not chasing results. You're producing them daily, consistently, relentlessly. This is what you owe yourself. Not another promise. Not another plan. Execution. Every day. No exceptions. Because every day you show up, you get closer to that version of yourself. And every day you don't, you drift further away. There is no standing still. Only forward or backward. So choose. Right now. Do you move forward? Or do you keep repeating the same cycle? Because 2026 is not going to wait for you to decide forever. And neither is your potential. This is it. The final moment where everything you've heard, everything you've felt, everything you've been avoiding comes down to a decision. Because 2026 is not a chance. It's a test. A test of whether you finally became the person you kept talking about, or stayed trapped in the version that kept making excuses. And here's the truth you cannot escape. You already know what to do. There is no missing information, no secret strategy, no hidden path. You know the work, you know the standard, you know the level it takes. So, if nothing changes, it's not confusion, it's choice. Let that sink in. Because this is where accountability becomes absolute. You can't blame time. You can't blame circumstances. You can't blame other people. Because at the end of the day, you are the one making the decisions. Every morning, you either show up or you don't. Every moment, you either execute or you delay. Every opportunity, you either step forward or you step back. And those choices, they are writing your future in real time. This is the part nobody can do for you. Nobody can wake up for you. Nobody can push for you. Nobody can hold the line for you. That's your responsibility. And that responsibility, that's your power. Because the moment you fully accept it, you stop waiting, you stop hesitating, you stop negotiating with your own potential. And you start becoming, this is where everything locks in. No more half effort, no more second chances, no more, I'll try. You don't try. You do. Because the version of you that exists at the end of 2026 is being built right now, in this moment, in this decision. And if you hesitate here, you carry that hesitation forward. If you push here, you carry that momentum forward. That's how it compounds. That's how lives change. Not in one big moment, but in small decisions executed relentlessly. So understand this clearly. You don't owe the world anything, but you owe yourself everything. Every ounce of effort you've been holding back, every level of discipline you've been avoiding, every version of yourself you've been delaying, you owe that. And it's time to pay it. Not later, not tomorrow, now. Because the longer you wait, the more expensive it becomes. More regret, more lost time, more distance between you and who you could have been. And one day, that distance becomes permanent, unless you act right now. So this is your line. No more comfort, no more excuses, no more falling back into the same patterns that kept you stuck. Because you've seen where that leads. You felt it, you've lived it, and it's not acceptable anymore. Not for you, not for the life you want, not for the standard you're setting. So you rise, not emotionally, not temporarily, but permanently. You raise your standard. You raise your discipline. You raise your expectations of yourself, and you refuse to lower them again. That's the difference. That's what makes 2026 different, not the year. You, the version of you that doesn't break, the version of you that doesn't negotiate, the version of you that shows up no matter what. That version is built now. In action, in discipline, in decisions that are hard but necessary. And once that version is built, everything changes. Your life aligns, your confidence solidifies, your results become inevitable. Because now, you are no longer hoping. You are executing relentlessly, consistently, without apology. So this is your declaration. You don't wait, you don't hesitate, you don't look back. You move, you build, you become. Because 2026 is not something you enter. It's something you conquer. And when it's all said and done, when the work is done, when the excuses are gone, when the standard is lived, not spoken, you won't have to wonder if you gave it your all. You'll know because you became the person you owed it to.